Hey guys, this is Dr. Callahan with ProbStats for Week 8 Thursday. How are you guys doing? So I am on campus, but I am part of the scholarship committee. So I am actually um, interviewing a bunch of seniors to get their scholarship today. So if you're a senior and you apply for the scholarship, I will probably see you sometime today. But anyways, go ahead and make sure you guys are working on the checklist in addition to watching the video for the class today with your sub. So go ahead and pause the video and answer the following 3 questions. Keep in mind your warm-up log is due on week 9 Friday, so that's next Friday, and today is week 8 Thursday. So you have exactly 5 days plus 1 more day, so 6 full days before this entire thing is due for 300 points. So just keep that in mind, you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and add the assignment for today. Keep in mind that in order to go ahead and be marked present, you have to go ahead and view the assignment. But if you want your grade to actually increase, you need to upload your assignment. So week 8 Thursday, ProbStats semester 2. Your instruction today entails you to go ahead and talk about the difference of compound interest with continuous compounding versus simple interest. So that is going to be your objective today. Make sure you guys check in with me by 5th period at 1:19, which is the end of 5th period, and 2:20, which is the end of 6th period. So that way I don't mark you absent. If you do check in after that, you might be marked absent. So I suggest you do it beforehand. All right, so now that you have that, all your assignments are due by 3 p.m., the date that it is assigned. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started with today's stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the breakdown for today. It looks something like this. Your homework tonight is going to be on week 8 Wednesday or Thursday for number 47 and number 48. Make sure you use t equals 5 and t equals 10 for those 2 assignments. All right, so today we're going to talk about compound interest with compounding, which is a new letter that you were introduced to, which is the number of times interest is compounded per year. So N, because before you had PRT, but now you have N. So N stands for the number of interest that's being compounded. Semi-annual means that N is equal to 2. Quarterly means N is equal to 4. And then monthly means there are 12 months to a year. And then daily means 365. Although this is weekly, it is 52. So that's what N is going to equal to. Continuously is going to be a brand new formula that is going to be, if something is compounded continuously, then you use the A-PERT formula, which is A is equal to PERT, okay? Now, if it is compounded semi-annual, quarterly, monthly, daily, then you use this equation, which is A is equal to P parentheses 1 plus R over N to the NT, okay? But if something is compounded continuously, this will make you a lot of money, or you can owe somebody a lot of money. That's just A-PERT. All right, so let's go ahead and go over a few examples. Now, this is not in your notes, so I do need you guys to write this on a separate piece of paper. You can do it on the back for the textbook templates. For this unit, that's completely fine. All right, so this one says 24,000 at 14% compounded annually for 7 years. So we're starting off easily. Annual just means N equals 1, T equals 7, R equals 0.14, P equals 24,000. Remember, your equation is A equals P 1 plus R over N to the NT. So let's plug everything in. A equals 24,000. 1 plus 0.14 divided by 1. 1 times 17, or excuse me, 7. All right, the first thing you want to do is you want to minimize everything inside the parenthesis. You know that 1 plus 0.14 is just 1.14 to the 7th power. So then you want to use your calculator, make sure you put the little exponent with a little caret. And you're going to do, well, what is 1.14 to the 7th power? And you'll be able to see that that is going to give you a 2.5022. This right here is your multiplier. You have to multiply this with your P to get the new amount. So what is 2.5 times 24,000? The amount that you are going to get back if you invest that money in 7 years is $60,054.45, which is actually a pretty good return. Now, on the other hand, if you borrow $24,000 in 7 years, you're going to have to owe the bank $60,000 to replace the $24,000 that they allowed you to borrow. So that's not a very good deal. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. This one says you deposited $380 at a rate of 0.115. It's compounded monthly for 5 years. So let's put this into the equation. So A equals 380, parenthesis 1 plus 0.115 over 12, 12 times 5. All right, first things first, you want to figure out what is 0.115 divided by 12, and then you add it to the 1, which is going to give you a 1.00958. 12 times 5 is going to give you a 60. And if you put the little caret there, what is your multiplier? It doesn't give you a 1.7723. But you don't want to forget to multiply by 380. So then your total amount that you get back is $673.46, which means you actually double your investment. Or in the other case, if you borrow $380 from someone in 5 years and the interest is being compounded monthly for 12 months, you are going to pay them double what you owe. Oh, almost double. No, double, definitely double. No, not double, not quite, almost there. All right, let's take a look over here at this one. So your P is 49,000, your R is 0.098, your N is 4 for quarterly, and your T is for 2 years. So take that, plug it into the equation. You're going to have A equals 49,000, 1 plus 0.098 over 4, and then 4 to the T, so 4 times 2 is just 8. I'm just going to get that out of the way. First thing you want to do is you want to minimize everything inside the parentheses so you have something that is compact and that's going to be your multiplier. If you divide it and then plus the 1, you're going to get a 1.0245 caret 8 power. So then if you do that, your multiplier is going to be 1.2137, but don't forget to multiply by the 49,000. And your total amount at the end of the 2 years is going to be $59,469.16. Okay, so I'm going to have you guys try this one on your own. Same formula, so pause the video. All right, and this is your answer. Your total answer after 6 years is $51,108.19. All right, so next what I would like you guys to do is I want you to watch a video on differences and similarities. So what I'm going to have you do is you can either type in this YouTube video in, or I can see that it's a little bit longer than I would like. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on a tiny URL so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see or type in, so it's not going to take too long. And so your new link that you're going to watch this with is actually right here. Okay, so capital JPV47. Type this in, watch the video. It's only about 5 minutes. When you're done, you're going to create a Venn diagram like this. Left side, it's going to be on compound interest. On the right side, it's going to be continuous compound interest, so A PERT. And then in between is going to be your similarities. I would like you to give me 5 in each category. So 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. So pause the video, type in the link to watch the video, and then tell me the 5 different things within each category. Okay, now what I want you guys to do is let's go out to your notes with page 5. You must have a calculator. You need to know the button for E because we'll be using that, and also LN. All right, so looking at your calculator, your E button is right here, okay? It's E to the X, so if you want to do E to the 2, you just go ahead and click on that. Then your LN button, your LN button is right here. Your LN is actually the first one. This is your LN button right there. To access to the E, in order to get to it, you first have to push the second button and then push the LN button because the E is on the back of that. So to access any of these light blue functions, you have to push the second button first. All right, so let's take a look at example 7. You decided to invest $8,000 for 6 years. And you have a choice between 2 accounts. The first pays 7% per year, compounded monthly. The second pays 0.0685, and it's compounded continuously. So if it's compounded continuously, it's the A PERT formula, which is a better investment. Both of them have some really, really good, interesting things. So let's go ahead and write this down. Your compounded interest is going to be with a formula. A equals P 1 plus R over N to the NT. Your continuous compound is A PERT, like that. So let's go ahead and plug this in. 8,000, 1 plus 0.06 over 12, and then 12 times 6, because it's 6 years. Okay, so with this one, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and minimize the inside of the parenthesis. So divide it and then add the 1, which gives you 1.00583. Make sure you put the caret. 12 times 6 is going to give you a 72. So what is your multiplier after you do that? It's a 1.520. Don't forget it times by the 8,000. And at the end of the 6 years, you will get $12,160.84, which is not bad. You almost doubled your investment. It's an extra $4,000. On the other hand, if I decide to go ahead and use continuous compound, the interest rate is a little bit lower. So let's see what happens or how much I'm going to get. Still depositing $8,000. E to the R, 0.0685. I'm sorry, your interest rate is actually a little bit higher. You know what? I just totally screwed up. Hold on a second. This is not a 6, it's a 7. But guess what? This is all correct. It's correct. Okay, sorry. I typed it in using a 0.07, but then I wrote down a 0.06. I'm tired. All right, so 0.0685 to the T, which is 6. Now this one you have not done yet, so just be careful with how you are manipulating this. First thing I would do is I will multiply that. And if I multiply it, I know it's going to be 8,000 E to the 4.11. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to take a look at your calculator, push the E button, and then type in 4.11. And that's going to give you a multiplier of 60.946. Multiply that by 8,000 in 6 years, you're going to get 48,700. Oh, I'm sorry, that's so much more than 48,000. $487,573.74. Ka-ching. Now, take a look at these two and compare. Obviously, which one's a better deal? Yeah. Let's go on to example 8. So with example 8, you will need LN. LN is that button right there. You don't need to push a second button. So it says Charlie invested $3,000 in an account that earns 5% interest, compounded continuously. So A equals PERT. Around how many years would it take for this amount to grow to $12,000? So let's set this up. $12,000 equals 3,000 ERT. So your goal here is to figure out T. So what you're going to do first, you're going to divide it by 3,000 on both sides, because opposite of a times is a divide, and that's 4,000, or I'm sorry, it's just 4, just kidding. E to the 0.05 T. Now, you learned this before. To get the exponent down, you got to put an ln on both sides. Ln and E cancels. If you grab your calculator, what is ln 4? Well, that's going to give you a decimal. Okay, so whatever ln 4 is going to be, you put just ln 4 equals, you bring this down, 0.05 T, divided by 0.05 on both sides, and T is going to give you 27.72 years. So if you want to invest 3,000 and make it 12,000, it's going to take you a little bit. It's going to take you 27.72 years, so right around retirement age. All right, you guys, next thing I want you guys to work on is get a piece of paper, and you're going to go ahead, and normally I have you guys do like a chalk assignment, but you're not going to be doing this because it's COVID, and also I'm not there. So number 1 on your paper, you're going to write the definition. Number 2, draw a picture. Number 3, show an example with steps and bubble the answer when you apply this in real life. Come up with a scenario. And there are 3 topics that you can do. You could do simple interest, IPERT, compound interest, A equals P1 plus R over N to the NT. Or you could do the new one, which is continuous compound interest, which is IPERT. So you could pick whichever one you want as long as you do the following steps. 1, 2, 3. 3 steps. All right, you guys, as always, stay safe and healthy and try to be kind to one another. And I'll see you guys next time.